The idea of posting and relying on customer reviews comes from the fifth law of trust. The trust is transferable. If you trust one person who trusts another person, you may trust that other person too. The Better Business Bureau, we know it as BBB, and Amazon and Google and many other companies use these kinds of reviews. Before you buy almost anything, before you download a song, you go to a movie, you book a hotel room, you check reviews. You buy if you see positive reviews, and you don't buy if the reviews are bad. But is that trust justified? Should you trust people you don't know? In this episode, I will share some of the dangers with relying on customer reviews, but we'll also discuss other aspects of it, as well as I'll give you ideas on how to know if you can trust reviews and how to increase the reliability of these reviews. Welcome to The Trust Show. I'm Yoram Solomon, your host, the author of the Book of Trust, and facilitator of the Trust Habits Workshop. My mission is simple. I want to help you form habits that build your trustworthiness, because the answer to this question will have the biggest impact on your personal and professional success or failure. Can I trust you? When you were young, did your parents tell you to never enter a car with a stranger? I know mine did. But now, be honest. Did you? Did you ever get into a car with a stranger? And before you answer, I want you to think about one word. Uber. You did. You enter a car with a stranger. You don't know the Uber driver. You never met the Uber driver. So why did you enter this car? You entered this car because you trusted that Uber as a company has screened those drivers. And more importantly, you trust the 973 customers that gave that driver a 5-star review. This is the fifth law of trust. Trust is transferable. In general, if you trust one person and that person trusts another one and the other one, you may trust that other person. Probably not as much as you trust the first person that you know personally, and probably not as much as they trust the other person, because, it is an indirect relationship, but you will trust them to a certain extent. If you like this video, click the like button, subscribe to this channel, and get notified when I release more videos like this. Well, here's the problem with these reviews that we talk about. In 2018, there's a skincare company called Sunday Riley. And in 2018, one of the employees leaked an email. And in that email, employees were urged to post fake reviews about the company's products. Obviously, fake positive reviews about the company's products. They were told in that email, and that email was leaked in its entirety in 2018, to not use VPN, the company's VPN, so that all those reviews come from different IP address and nobody will be able to track it to the company. They were urged to open new email accounts like Gmail, Yahoo, or anything else. They were actually asked to use those accounts periodically and to review products from other companies just so that, it doesn't raise any suspicion. One of the funniest, I think, lines in that email, which, by the way, was bold and underlined, said this: it's important that the reviews you post look real, look authentic, because credibility is key to the reviews. This is the statement. And the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission investigation, linked those emails actually to the CEO. It was the CEO that asked. There's a warning when I deliver my workshops, and especially the second part where I tell you what are the 6 components of being trustworthy. And there's a warning that I post, and I am dead serious when I talk about that. When I say don't use what I teach you here on what makes a person trustworthy or what makes other people trust you. Don't use that to fake your way to trustworthiness, because the truth will come out, just like the truth for Sunday Riley did come out. There's another scheme. I don't know if you've ever received a package from Amazon that you never ordered and were surprised. I know this happened to me once. I didn't get it, so I immediately, when something doesn't make sense, I immediately need to research it. And so I did, and what I found, this is called a brushing scam. And what happens is that a seller, in order to get their products ranked higher, they need to get reviews and good reviews and more reviews. And what they do is they buy their own products, they ship them to you. All they need to know is your name and your address. They ship them to you, and then they post a review in your name as a verified buyer, because you have received it, just to rank themselves, which, by the way, is problematic. And it is problematic to you. Fake accounts. So those reviews appear to be coming from people, but they're really fake accounts. And I looked at the statistics and I found that Facebook had removed 1.3 billion, with a B, fake accounts in 2020 alone. And by the way, in 2021, by the third quarter, they removed 1.8 billion fake accounts from Facebook. So just imagine how many accounts are not real, how many reviews are not real, and you're relying on them. One of the biggest schemes that I'm not going to call it a scheme, even though it is one of my pet peeves, and that's the best-selling author thing. And that's when you know how you become an Amazon best-selling author. I'll actually teach you. It's very easy. What you do is you get your book, you put it on Kindle, because Kindle will allow you to lower the price to 99 cents. You lower the price to 99 cents. You categorize the book in a category that has absolutely no relationship with what your book really is about, but it is a category where the top book to be in the top place doesn't take a lot. And then you get 3, 5, 10 of your best friends to buy this book for real, because you need verified purchases, right? For 99 cents within the hour. And Amazon will see the trend in purchasing of your book and will place you as #1 best-selling author. Of course, it's in a category that's completely unrelated to your book. And oh, by the way, because that you made #1 in Lithuania, now you're an international best-selling author. You got to ask yourself, are those real reviews? Is this really something that I should rely on? Let's talk about bad reviews. When I buy a product, even if I see that it has like 47,000 reviews, I always start with the lowest reviews, right? Do you do the same thing? I start with the lowest review. I want to see why people gave this product or service or whatever it is 1 star. And there's a reason. There are reasons. One of them is when I talked about the component of positivity in the trustworthiness model. Bad is much stronger than good. We respond much stronger, and some would argue the number is 2.9013. That's the critical positivity ratio. And, yes, this number was argued. But we respond much stronger to bad reviews or to bad experiences than to positive experiences. I looked at the Better Business Bureau to see what the reviews for some of the top companies are. And here are 4 companies that had an average review of less than 2 stars. Google, Amazon, Apple, Southwest Airlines. And you know that those are top companies. But because people are much, I'm not going to say 3 times, but much more likely to post a negative review if they had a negative experience than to post a positive review than to post when they had a positive experience. That's why you see that kind of negativity. there are always going to be people who are just haters. So when I look at a negative review, I ask myself, is this something? First of all, is this something that I worry about? The reasons why they posted this as a negative review are those reasons why I would think that this is a negative product, a bad product. I remember before I bought my Jeep Wrangler, I watched a YouTube video that's called the Jeep Wrangler, the worst daily ride ever. And so I watched the video, and what I found was that the creator of that video said, if the steering wheel is not telescopic, so unless you were, I don't know, over 5'7", you're going to have hard time with the steering, between the steering wheel and the pedals. Well, I'm 6'1". That's not an issue for me. Then they said, the ride in a Jeep is noisy. That's why you buy a Jeep Wrangler, because it's noisy. Oh, and it's rough. It's rough on the road. Again, that's why you buy a Jeep Wrangler. So I looked at the reasons for the negative video in that case, and I thought these reasons don't apply to me. So that's one of the reasons why I read the bad reviews. When I look at my Rate My Professor's reviews, or my reviews as a professor in my class on Rate My Professors, I think I have some like 25, 26 5-star reviews, but I have 3 1-star reviews. So there are always going to be people that are just not going to resonate with you. Maybe they hate you. Maybe they just don't like you personally. Maybe they don't like what you do, the way you do it, and that's fine. So there is a value. There is value for bad reviews, and at least for me, I always, when I buy something, even if it has a very high average review, I look at the bad reviews as well. So, how can you tell? How can you tell when you look at the reviews if this is something you should look at? There are several elements, and I'll start with quantity and quality. On one hand, there is quantity. The more reviews, the better. The lower the likelihood that those reviews are fake, or that a big portion of them are fake. If you got 100,000 reviews on something, what percentage of those is fake? If I remember correctly, that 1.8 billion fake subscribers on Facebook represented about 11%. So let's say we take this number, 11%. The more reviews we have, the more we can assume that a small portion of them is fake, rather than maybe all of them are fake, like the case with the company that I mentioned before. So that's quantity. You want to look at quantity. I don't like buying products that have like 5 reviews. I mean, unless they're very, very unique and not too many people would buy them. But I like products that were reviewed by many people. Again, eliminate the highest probability of eliminating fake reviews. But then comes the quality of those reviews. And I'm going to rank the quality. First are the anonymous rating only. So that's somebody giving 3 stars, 5 stars, 1 star. Those are, I don't know if they're fake or not. They didn't write anything, and I certainly don't know who those people are. The next part is, and Amazon, I think, started it, and other companies followed, the verified purchase. So they tell you, when you look at the reviews, if those reviews came from somebody who actually bought the product. Now, there is that scheme I told you about before, and I'm not 100% sure how much I can rely on. But again, it increases the level of trust we can have in that review. And again, there's nothing we can do about the level of trust that the reviewer has in the product, other than what we read their review to be. The question is, how much can we increase the trust that we have in the person putting the review? So we started with quantity, then if it's not anonymous, maybe verified purchase. People who actually are not anonymous, people who actually leave their names. And, again, if I go back to Amazon, you look at who left reviews, sometimes you see, if you see a review that I posted, it actually says Yoram Salman. It gives you my name. Doesn't give you my address or telephone number, but it gives you my name. Not that my name is that hard to fake, but it's something. Those are little things that add up to how much you can trust that review. you will trust those more than just anonymous star only. The fact that they did leave text and they actually said something. Some of the products actually have give you or the platforms give you the ability to post pictures or even videos of using this product. Those are things that slightly increase the probability or your willingness to trust the source, to trust the reviewer. And one of the reasons is because those are harder to fake. And it's not that they cannot be faked. It's just, it's harder. It's going to take longer time. And I'll tell you something. In some cases, I see text review and I see several reviews that use very, very, very similar text. Sometimes a word that is kind of unique, more rare word that's being used in several different reviews. And I'd have to think, if this is a fake review, did you think about the fact that I'm going to connect those different reviews and see that they look fake? I think the best type of review is from somebody that you know. And, I'll share with you, I was about to renovate my pool. And I reached out, and something in Angie's List and Home Advisor, since they merged, they changed the way that they work. I can't just get the reviews. I have to first leave my telephone and email and contact information. And then contractors reach out to me. And only then I can see their reviews. Well, first of all, I have lower trust for incoming communication than outgoing communication. And I'll talk more about that when I'll talk about trust and cold calling. Because when somebody makes a cold call, I trust them less. And again, it's because of things that are happening today, because of fake cold calls, because of phishing schemes, and all other ways that are trying to separate me from my money and or other valuables. And so, if I know the person really personally, that's the best type of review. And so when I was trying to renovate the pool and they reached out to me, I started asking people I know and I trust if they know those companies. And I have yet to find somebody who knew even one of those companies. And as a result, I'm not doing the project, not yet anyway. So the highest level of trust that you can have in a review is from people that you know. But it's not even enough that it's a person that you know. Remember the component of personality compatibility? Do they value the same things as we do, as I do? Do they value price over quality? If you're trusting someone who values low price over quality and you value quality over low price, what is the value of trusting that other person with their review? So again, how can you tell? Quantity and quality. Quantity, how many reviews? The more reviews, the harder it is to fake. Quality, starting with if everything is no text, no name, no verification or of any kind, then it rates pretty low on quality, and it starts going up to getting to someone you trust, someone you know personally and are personally compatible, so you know that they have the same value when they look at that product or service. One last comment is the platform. Do you trust the platform? Because those reviews are delivered to you over a platform. I'm always hesitant when I see reviews on a company's website, on the company's website, the company that's selling me the product or the service. Why? Because they have control over their platform. And when they have control over their platform, they can screen bad reviews, screen them out, and only leave good reviews. So how much do you trust the platform itself through which those reviews are given to you?
This is the shorter video version of the Trust Joe podcast. You can listen to the full episode anywhere you listen to your favorite podcasts.